All right, let's do some Mathity-Math. It says here, cuboid, LMNOPQRS, or if you want to read that, be LMNOPQRS, has dimensions 5 by 3 by 6. And the vertices of the base, that would be the bottom of the cuboid, have the following coordinates. L is at 474, this is our XYZs. M is at 974, N is at 9104, O is at 4104. Okay, so we got the points of the base, or the bottom. So then the question says, hey, sketch a coordinate system in 3D, should we say of the, look at that, me and my typos, of the cuboid Mathity-Math. Determine the coordinates of the vertices P, Q, R, S. And it says, for your sketch, assume P is directly above L, Q is directly over M, R is directly above N, and S is directly above O. Okay, let's tackle A first before we even jump into B. Okay, I'm going to get some space down here. All right, so it says make a sketch, and when I'm told to make a sketch, I often like to not quite use my marker in the beginning, but maybe use a pencil, because you never know if you make some mistakes, and the pencil gives you a little bit of freedom to erase if you make mistakes. So first things first, I am definitely going to need my Z axis, that's my up and down, and then I'm going to need my X, bring that on this way, I'll label that with X, and we'll need my Y. Okay, great. Let's do it. So I'm just going to start here with, I don't know, point L. Why not? Let's do point L first. So it's at 4, 7, 4. Okay. So on my X, I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. And then on my Y, I'm going to go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm just going to draw like a little dashy, nice little ghost line here. Okay, so that's where it's going to be, but it's actually not on the ground floor, so to speak. It's actually up 4. So you could just draw a vertical line and kind of guess, but, you know, to be careful, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can think it like this. If this line came up, and then this line ran parallel to X, and then this line was coming on up, and this line was running parallel to Y, ta-da, it'd be right there. And that would be point 474. Right there, and that is what I would call point L. I'll just put that down there like L. There you go. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's draw the rest of our base. So M, it says here M is at 9, 7, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 9 on the X. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I can scoot down a little bit more. Okay, so there we go. That's 9 on the X, and you can see here that my Y is lining up the same. So that line is just going to keep extending. That goes there. And then this is going to come up 4. And if you could kind of imagine this line right here, it's going to keep running parallel to the Y, but now it's just up here. And so where that vertical and that one crosses, that is my next point. That would be M. And again, it specifies I'm drawing the base here, and so the base is the bottom. Okay, it's the bottom of our cuboid. And we'll draw the next part after that. Okay, so I have L, I have M, okay, so let's do N. N is still at 9, so that's here on the X, but then on the Y, it's actually 10, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would extend down, this kind of keeps on coming, I went a little off there, okay, and then this would come up, and so this vertical line would keep coming up. And again, because it's a cuboid, you know it's going to be running, the base is going to be a parallelogram, will have parallel sides. So this is just going to come, or perpendicular if you want. And anywho, there you go, that would be N. And we've actually drawn one edge you can really nicely see right there. Okay, so now we're cooking. And then the last point we can draw, let's see here, it says O is at 4, 10, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're coming to 10, so it's going to come all the way to here. So this is our 10 line. And so this fork extends, but then it's going to come up, and if you kind of went parallel to your L, there you go. That would be your last point. Oh, and I can draw this right here. And there you go. So now you can see your base kind of forming. Now the next part, we got to be kind of clever, and I like these questions because it kind of makes us think carefully. It said right here that our cuboid is a 5 by 3 by 6. So, you know, we have the 5, and then we have the 3, and then the 6 says it goes up 6. So we're here, so we need to go up 6 from here, and that will give us all our other points. So I'm going to draw those first, and then we can label them based on the description. So long story short, it says we're supposed to go up 6. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so if I just extend this line up, and I'm just going parallel with the z, and then at 10, just follow that parallel to the y, that would make that point right there. And so if I just follow this guy up parallel to z, and you see this side right here, this follows the x parallel to the x-axis right here, I can just do this, and that would be my next corner. And then this gets really, you can build this pretty fast by just keeping those vertical lines, and this comes, and it intersects, and there you go. And then this one comes up, and it goes parallel, and it would intersect right about there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw this in with my pencil. I'm going to draw in my solid lines that we would see so we can really kind of see our shape coming to life, which is always a nice feeling. And then this back here, we can make these dash lines because they're technically invisible. Or, you wouldn't be able to see them because we can't see through the shape. And there you go. Maybe that can help you really see the shape come to life. If you really, really want, I can make it black with the marker, and we'll leave the dash lines in pencil, so this thing will really pop. Okay, make it visually very clear for all of us. Voila. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So the next part, when it comes to labeling these, we can just kind of read our instructions here. Oops, I went crooked there. It says P is directly above L. So if L is here, then this would be P, okay? And then it says Q is over M, so if this is M, this is Q, okay? R is over N, so this is R. And S is over O, okay? There we go. Boom, that is a great looking sketch. If you made a sketch like this, I think you would be proud of it. It looks pretty good. Okay, the next part says, well, now I want you to determine the coordinates of the midpoint x of the diagonal MS. Okay, so the diagonal MS, okay, I'm going to use a different color here, is if you went down here from M and all the way up and across to S. So let me just use my pencil as a ruler here. There you go. So that diagonal is coming from down here all the way up to there. So to find that midpoint, we just need to use a midpoint formula. So before I start laying out the work and the process and whatnot, let me just put the midpoint formula here for you. This is a three-dimensional shape, so we just need to reference all 3 points. So the midpoint formula, to find the x value, it's just x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2. For the y value, it would be y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. And then for the z, it's z sub 1 plus z sub 2 divided by 2. And that will give us the coordinate on the three-dimensional plane of that red line that goes across, and that would give us the midpoint x they're looking for. Okay, so let's talk about the points we're using. We're using point M. And point M is located, that's just given to us at the top. It was 9, 7, and 4. And then we need to do point S. And we haven't actually written down point S yet, but that's okay. Because if we think about this, and this is a great exercise of really understanding what's happening here. See, O was given to us, and it told us, the question told us that O is located at 4, 10, 4. But the question also told us that S is directly above O, and the question also told us that our cuboid is 6 units tall. So if S is directly above O, then S's x coordinate would still be x, and S's y coordinate would still be 10. And the only thing that would change is that it goes up. It's directly above it. And the question said that the cuboid is 6 units tall, so what's 4 plus 6? 10. So now we have the point we need. So S is at 4, 10, 10. And just to be super duper duper clear here, these are the x values, these are the y values, and those are the z values. So we can say that this is x sub 1, and this can be x sub 2. This is y sub 1, and this is y sub 2. And this is z sub 1, and this is, you guessed it, z sub 2. So all we have to do is plug into our midpoint formula, and we're in business. So x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is like saying 9 plus 4 divided by 2, right? Great. And then y sub 1 plus y sub 2 is like 7 plus 10. 7 plus 10 divided by 2. And then our z value, z sub 1 plus z sub 2, that's 4 plus 10 divided by 2. And there we go. When we add these and divide them, we'll get our x, our y, and our z. So let's do it. 9 plus 4 is 13, and 13 divided by 2 is 6.5. So our x value is 6.5. 7 plus 10 is 17, and 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. Okie dokie. And 4 plus 10 is 14, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. And there you go. That will find you the midpoint of that diagonal that goes across our awesome looking sketch right here. And there you go. That is all the questions they asked, and we answered them well. All right, as always, if you want to be notified for more amazing practice problems, go ahead and subscribe below. And if you enjoyed this problem or you want more like it, or you got a problem with my problems, just leave a comment below, and I'll take care of it. All right, thank you. Bye.